Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to enroll student in Graphy on successful cash-free payments. So I am an owner of a business in which I sell different online courses to my students. Now to collect the payments of the purchase, I use Cashfree. And to manage the enrollment and my courses, I use Graphy. Here what I want is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new payment with the help of Cashfree, as a student is going to purchase that course, I want to enroll that student in the course that I've created in my Graphy account. Now, doing this manually is very time consuming. So what I did was I simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a connection between Cashfree and Graphy with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to enroll students in Graphy on successful cash-free payment. So as an owner of an online educational platform, I use Cashfree to securely manage and process payments for my courses. I rely on Graphy to host and deliver my courses, offering a learning environment where students can access materials as soon as they are enrolled. The challenge I face is ensuring that once the student's payment is going to be collected by Cashfree, they should be quickly enrolled to the correct course on Graphy. Manually tracking these payments and enrolling students is time consuming. So to solve this, I've set up an automation workflow that connects Cashfree with Graphy. With this integration, students are automatically enrolled to the chosen course as soon as the payment is going to be confirmed by Cashfree, giving them immediate access to the course materials and providing a better learning experience. And we are going to be creating this amazing automation between Cashfree and Graphy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on the top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as Enroll Student in Graphy on Successful Cash-Free Payments. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop-down, select Cashfree Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Enroll Student in Graphy on Successful Cash-Free Payment, and there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means that action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We're going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Cashfree. Cashfree is a leading payment gateway and a payment solutions provider in India designed to facilitate fast, secure, and reliable transactions for businesses of all sizes. Known for its ease of integration and expensive API support, Cashfree enables businesses to manage wide range of payment needs for simple one-time payments to complex payment flows like recurring bills. And I am collecting the payments from my students as they go to enroll for my courses with the help of Cashfree. That is why for the trigger application, I'm going to select it as Cashfree. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as payments as whenever a new payment is going to be successfully done with the help of Cashfree by the students, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of the payment being done. Okay. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we're going to create a connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, I'm going to log into my Cashfree account. This is my Cashfree account. You can see right over here, and my account is on a test mode. You can see right over here, as this is a test that I'm doing. Okay, you can connect your Cashfree account in the similar manner that I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, after coming to the Cashfree account, what you have to do is you have to go to this developers option right over here. As you're going to go to the developers option, you will be landed towards this page. Now to connect your Cashfree account to Pabbly Connect under payment gateway, you can see over here it says webhooks. Click on this option. As you're going to do that, you will be landed towards the webhooks page. Okay, I want to create a webhook in payment gateway. So for that, I'm going to click on this add webhook endpoint right over here. It is asking for the endpoint URL. For this, we'll paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. Okay, and for the version, I'm going to select the latest version from here. Okay, I'm going to enter the URL. This is the latest version. Now to check whether this is the same URL or not, I'm going to click on this test button right over here. Okay, it says the endpoint successful return response. So as I've clicked on test, if I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down, you can see right away I've received the webhooks test response. This means that it's the same webhook that we are adding over here. Okay, so as we have received this test response, I'm going to click on this recapture button right over here to capture the response of the successful payments instead of this response right over here. Okay, so I'm going to click on this recapture and reshare it over here. As I've done that, it is saying waiting for webhook response. Now we're going to continue setting up the webhook. Okay, after filling the details, I'm going to click on this continue button. After doing that over here, it is asking for the policy details. I'm going to select it as default. Okay, it is asking for the event type. I want that as soon as successful payment is going to be done with the help of Cashfree, then Pabbly Connect should capture the response only of the successful payments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the event right away in the name of successful payment. You can see right away this is the event name. I'm going to select it from here. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this continue button, and I'm going to click on the save button to save these changes. I'm going to click on the save button. Okay, the webhook has now been successfully added. You can see right over here in my Cashfree account. As the webhook has now been added, I'm going to open my workflow. It is saying over here waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Cashfree is connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test purchase with the help of Cashfree. And after doing the test payment, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test payment being done or not. Okay, so for that, I'm going to open my Cashfree account. To do the payment, what I'm going to do is I have created a payment form. So I'm going to open this all the forms that I've created in my Cashfree account. These are the payment forms, and I have created a payment form over here in the name of PHP new course. I'm going to open this. This is the page that I've created. This is the form that I've created with the help of which I am collecting the payments of my students for the course that I've created in my Graphy account. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this payment form URL from here, and I'm going to open it in a new tab right over here. As I've opened it, you can see right over here, this is the same form that I've created. Okay, so this is the same form with the help of which I'm collecting the data of the course that I've created in my Graphy account. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the details as it is asking for. Firstly, it is asking for the phone number. So I'm going to map the data of the phone number right over here. After that, it is asking for the email. So for the email over here, I'm going to write it as smartperson44@pablitudes.com. It is the email, and for the name over here, I'm going to write it as smartperson44. This is the name of the student who is purchasing this course. Then I'm going to click on this pay button. It is asking for the method. I'm going to select the method over here as card. It is asking for the details right away, so I'm going to fill in the dummy details. I've filled in all the required details, and I'm going to click on this proceed to pay button. It is asking for the OTP, so I'm going to enter a dummy OTP. And as I've done that, you can see right over here, it says payment is successful. As the payment comes as successful, the purchase has been done successfully using Cashfree. Okay, as now we have successfully done the purchase, we have done the payment. I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the payment being done. It says payment success webhook. You can see right over here. Okay, if I'm going to scroll down, the amount of the payment is 599, currency as INR. You can see right over here, we have received the payment ID. The phone number of the person who have done the payment with the name as smartperson44 and the email as smartperson44@pablitudes.com. As we have received the response, this means that Cashfree has now been connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now, whenever the payment is going to be done with the help of Cashfree by the students, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the payment being done. Okay. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. As my objective is that as soon as a payment is going to be done by the students with the help of Cashfree, I want to enroll that student in my Graphy course that I've created. So I've created a course in the name of Core PHP Programming, and I want to enroll the students in this course right over here. Okay. So now in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my action step. And for the action application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Graphy. As in my Graphy, I want to enroll the students in the course that I've created. Before enrolling the students, we have to create the student as a learner in our Graphy account. Okay. So in order to do that, for the action event, I'm going to select it as create learners, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, it is asking for the API key and the merchant ID. Okay. For the API key and the merchant ID, follow the steps given here below the head test to have the data. Okay. For having the data, we have to log into our Graphy account. So this is my Graphy account, as you can see right over here. And to have the API key and the merchant ID, what I'm going to do is from the left side of the panel, you can see it says integrations. Click on this option. Okay. Under integrations, under third party integrations, if I'm going to scroll down, this is the key you can see right over here, key that Pabbly Connect is asking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this key from here and paste it right over here. Next, it is asking for the merchant ID. Over here under integrations, you can see it says APIs. Go to this option right over here. This is the merchant ID. Copy this merchant ID from here and paste it in the workflow right over here, and then click on this save button. As I'm going to do that, Graphy is now connected to Pabbly Connect. After connecting, it is asking for the email, name, phone number, and the password of the learner that we are creating. So for the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, this was cash-free payments. This is the previous response. As I'm going to click on it, this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. It is asking for the email. So over here in the search bar, I'm going to search for the email. In my previous response, I have received the email of the student who have done the payment using Cashfree. I want to enroll the same student who have done the payment using Cashfree as a learner in my Graphy account. So I'm going to select this data from my previous response. As I selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the name, I'm going to map the data of the name right over here. I'm going to search for the name. This is the name of the student. I'm going to map the data. For the phone number, I'm going to map the data of the phone number right over here. This is a phone number. I'm going to map the data. And for the password, I want the name first. So I'm going to search for the name right over here. So the name of my student, I'm going to map the data. Then I want it as _1234. Okay, so this is the password of this learner that I'm creating. Okay, after filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my Graphy account and check whether a new learner has been created in my Graphy account or not. For that, I'm going to open my Graphy account. So this is my Graphy account, you can see right over here, and I want to search for the learners. For that, I'm going to go to this users option, and under users, there is learners, and you can see a learner in the name of smartperson44 with the email as smartperson44 has been successfully created. Okay. As the learner has been successfully created, now what I want is, I want this learner right over here should be enrolled to the course that I've created. So I've created a course over here, if I'm going to show you, in the name of Core PHP Programming. Now I want to enroll that learner in this course right over here. In order to do that, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to add another action step to this workflow. And for the action application, I'm going to again select it as Graphy, as I want to enroll this learner that I've created in my course now. And for the action event, I'm going to select as enroll learner to a course. Now, as we have created the learner, I want to enroll this learner to the course that they have purchased using Cashfree. Okay, then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which you can add a new connection, but I'm selecting the existing connection. Then I'm going to click on this save button. As I've done that, it is asking for the email ID of the learner that we have created with the course URL. So firstly, for the email ID, I'm going to map the data of the email ID that I've received. So this is the email ID of my learner. So I'm going to map the data, okay? And for the course URL, it says login to Graphy, go to dashboard, product, course pages, and the course page URL, okay? So I'm going to go back to my course that I've created. So this is a course that I've created in the name of Core PHP Programming. As you're going to open the course, over here the panel is going to be provided from which go to this pages this option. This is the URL right over here. Copy it from here and paste it right over here, okay? And then click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see right over here, we've received a response and over here the status comes as success. As the status comes as success right over here, if I'm going to open my course that I've created in my Graphy account and I'm going to go to the learners page, you can see right over here. If I'm going to scroll down, a new learner in the name of SmartPerson44 has been successfully added to this course PHP programming, okay? As the learner has been now successfully added in my account, this means that we successfully created an automation routine, Cashfree and Graphy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of an online educational platform in which I sell different courses. And I collect the payments from my students while they are going to purchase the course with the help of Cashfree. I manage all my online educational courses with the help of Graphy. My objective was that as soon as a student is going to purchase a course with the help of Cashfree and we're going to receive the payment, I want to automatically enroll that student as a learner to the course that they have purchased in my Graphy account. Now, doing this manually was very time consuming. So what I did was I simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.